Hey guys, Kev here, and I'm back. I was on vacation for a week, and stuff has piled up here. I just have been trying to get back in the groove of regular life and day job and trying to get to this stuff. So anyway, I wanted to do a video talking about a couple of things. So I have a flashlight, and then I have 3 fidgets. So I thought it'd be cool to combine those so I can kind of put 2 categories together, fidgets and flashlights. And yeah, so that's kind of where I'm going with this one. The flashlight is the Black Snipe EDC light. And this is an interesting one. It's from VSGO. And they reached out to me and they asked me if I wanted to check it out. And I said yes, because I just thought it looked interesting. It looks sort of sci-fi-ish and everything. So because of that, I said yes, and I want to check it out. It has this front light, and then it also has what they're calling a side light, which is more like a regular, I guess, flashlight, so to speak. And then it also has this piece that comes out, and it's basically a package opener slash sort of hook thing. You can see I've tested it out, tried to open some stuff. It's not very sharp. Like, this isn't really a blade, but it is a pretty sharp point. So you can definitely get into like a package and tear at it. You're not going to really slice like you would with, you know, something like this. This is the Divo Knives Nip Light. We're dropping these. I think the date is going to be August 15th. So that could change, but that's going to be the preliminary date I'm giving people. We're dropping these in 6 versions. There's 3 dealer exclusives and 3 that we'll have on our website. There's going to be a whole video about this. I showed them all in a previous video. But anyway, it's a little like box opening knife, right? Obviously, this is, you know, different, but kind of the same concept, just something small to slice open packages. But with this, you're going to be able to get in there, actually slice the tape cleanly, slice the poly bag cleanly, whatever it is, it'll get cut very clean. Where this is going to be more like a tearing process, but it's attached to a flashlight, so it's kind of cool that it has that feature, right? And it just makes it look wild. It has this clip, so right here is the clip, and it comes off, obviously, and then there's a magnet that attaches to the light, and it's a very strong magnet, so it's really hard to not put it on right. As you can see there, it kind of just pops into place properly, and obviously it can rotate and stuff from there, but yeah, that's pretty cool. And it has a plastic clip. It works. And then you even have a little keychain situation here so that you can carry it on keys. Here is your charging port for a USB-C. I thought that was like wet when I first looked at it, but that's actually glue. I think it's like overlap glue from when they glued this piece to this piece. I'm not sure, but it's not wet, it's glue. But it looks like it almost got into the port there. But it did work when I charged it. And then you have the button. So if I remember correctly, you tap once to turn it on. Long press does nothing. And then you tap to cycle. So you can see there was 3 brightnesses there, and that's your side light. It's not bad, really. That's the brightest mode right there, and I mean, you could definitely get some stuff done with that. I'm sure it's like 200 lumens max. I think that information is in here. If you want that information, I can give you the pause and read sheet. Here is your pause and read sheet. So your side lamp is going to be, it says 30 lumens, but I don't know, man. This seems like way more than 30 lumens to me. Right? I could be wrong. but they're calling this the side light, and then there's the main light. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is the main light, and this is 130 lumens. That would make more sense. Let's see. But it points here and says side lamp, and then main lamp. So let's just see, right? So this is going to be what they're calling 30 lumens, which is odd. And then from here, if you want to turn this on, I think you double tap. Nope. So I think from off, maybe you hold. There you go. Sorry. It's been a minute since I did play with this quite a bit, but it's been a while since I did. So here's this light, definitely brighter. So got to give them that. Now you can tap here and cycle. And this is going to be, I believe, your brightest mode on this. Definitely, this would be, man, it seems like way more than 130 lumens, but whatever. That's what they're saying, and that's fine. And then you have a blinking. So you have sort of a beacon situation here. And then you have a red beacon situation as well, which is pretty cool. And then you go back to the light, and then you hold again to turn off. So again, to turn on the side, you just tap, and then tap, tap, tap. And then the last tap turns it off. To go to the front, you hold down, and then tap, 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 tap. And you go through. Pretty cool. You have all that, and then you also have this guy, the clip, the magnet. You could obviously magnetize this to something. So pretty cool. And again, this is the VSGO, and it's called the Black Snipe EDC. And they did give me a discount code. So if you guys go, I'll link these below. But they're saying they're going to save up to 20% off. Discount code in VSGO EDC Flashlight. The code is VSGO 10 off. But it's 20% off. So I don't know if that's $10 off. But that's the US. And then there's a Canada and a UK link as well if you happen to be in those areas. Let's take a look at the Amazon listing. And it's $40. There's also a 25% coupon you can apply right here. So I'm not sure how that all works. There it is. VSGO 10 off. So I don't know. So I got 25% off. Can I then also get another 10% off? So let's see what this comes out to. It was $40. Let's just try buy now to see if it goes faster. I don't want to show you my info. So it comes down to $27.55. So they're taking $10 off on coupons and then a $4 promotion. And then there's tax. So from $40 to whatever I just said, $27.55. That's not bad. I mean, you get a cool flashlight for that if this is interesting to you. So shout out to VSGO. Thank you to them for sending this in to me to check out. They did send this to me for free. And, you know, I just said I'd give it an honest review. And, you know, I don't think it's something I would personally use and carry or anything. But I do think it's interesting, and I think there's definitely a market for this. And I just thought it looked really sci-fi and cool. And that's why I said yes. So I'm glad I did. This will go into a giveaway for sure. So check out my live streams on Thursday nights at 9:45 p.m. Eastern time. Links, code, all that stuff in the description. All right, the next thing are 3 fidgets. Shout out to G1.com for these. That's GEEONE.com. I always want to say 0, but it's G1.com. You can use my code LeftyTEN when you check out, and you get 10% off your orders at G1.com. Now we have a spinner. And then we have 2 sliders. One of these is really cool. The other 2 are, you know, okay, interesting. But this one is really cool. So let's talk about this one first. It just has this really unique tuning fork situation. They have this slider in the middle, and obviously they have balls in there as well. You can see the tracks for it. But it has this tuning fork, and you can hear it when it pops. Gives off various sounds based on how you're holding it, which direction. See, when I go this way, more subdued. But when I have it this way, it starts to make that fork sound. Oh, maybe it's just because the way I hold it. I thought one way was better than the other, but not really. Now, the one thing I don't love about this is the magnetic strength is not that strong. It's not like weak or anything, but it's not nearly as strong as some of the ones I really like the 01 EDC 3-stack slider in G10 that I had was excellent. So it just doesn't have that fidget factor for me that I love with the extra snap. If they made one of these that had some stronger magnets, I think I would love it, because I do really like the tuning fork. And that comes from this sort of separation they have here, and you can even kind of bend those essentially forks, right? Very cool. This is made out of titanium. It's very well machined if you look at it. You can see that. You can take it apart in the middle like that, and that'll be on both sides, and then you have these little Teflon balls in there. I have found with this one, the balls do not come out. I've never had an accident where a ball came out. So this one I would say is safe for travel. It's safe for walking around. It's safe for whatever. Like, I've never had a situation where one of these balls has been able to come out of there, which is really cool. The other one is this one, which is, I think it's called like the brick slider or something like that. I can get you the names in a second. But it has this sort of Mario brick theme here. And then on this side, it has the, I believe it's the clown orange symbol there. Now, I like this one. It has stronger magnets than this one. But it has a flaw to me, which is it just doesn't have enough clicks. It's really fun. It's got some snap to it for sure. You can see that. You can give it the old 1-2 like this, or you can give it the long press, which is nice. You can go back and forth. And again, you have those balls kind of in the middle. And they're Teflon. They're just a little bigger on this one. And it's a very simple construction. This one's made out of steel, so that does hurt it a little bit compared to this. This thing's so light. This one's just heavy and sort of cumbersome. Now, this one I would not say is a traveling one. I was at my desk today playing with it, and I don't even know what I did, but one of the balls, yeah, that's what I did, obviously. But I didn't even notice doing it. And then I noticed the action was weird, because if you have 3 in there, it starts grinding and stuff. And I couldn't figure out what it was, so I opened it up, and I noticed the ball was missing. And I luckily found it on the floor. They usually come with extras, but I didn't even notice I lost it. So that immediately removes it from being able to be used on walks or travel or something like that, where you know, you wouldn't want to lose any pieces. So that's this guy. Still cool, and I think in Thai or Zerk or something, it would be nice, especially if you like, you know, a 2-click. I like a 4-click. I think this one is 3. No, this one's 2 as well. Yeah. 2. See, I like 4. This one feels a little better because it's a longer stretch. See, when they're closed, they're similar. This one's actually smaller. But then when it's open, this one's longer because you get a little bit more of a stretch out. So if this had the magnetic strength of this, I think it would be really, really good. Then we have this spinner here, and I'm not the biggest fan of this one. It's very skeletonized, which is fine. It's, you know, it's got a unique kind of look to it. but I'm not a big fan of the size. It just seems a little bigger than it needs to be. And it just doesn't have the smoothest spin. It just seems to be a little wobbly. It does have a lot of bearing wobble. I don't know if you can see it. But I think that's part of the reason why it doesn't really have a smooth spin. I mean, it can, it's fine, but it wants to jump around a little bit at times. Like, see that when I start moving it, it wants to just jump out of my hand. Where a great spinner, like say this is the Cap EDC Tri-Cell. This one, I can spin it, put it on my finger, I can move it around. I'm not gonna have a problem, right? It's just smooth as butter, no issue. I can rip it real easy on the corners. This, I struggle with. I have to kind of place it because I have to catch this corner. So I think it's a little big for my hand. It has sharper corners. It's not like sharp, it's fine, but they're more angled. And it just doesn't maneuver really well in my hands. Now maybe that's not fair because this is a try. Let's grab a bar, grab a couple. So here is a NJT hand power, what's this thing called? Vader, I think. And I can maneuver it. I can hold it in different positions. I can do all these things. It's not, you know, I have good chamfers to rip. This one doesn't have the best bearing in it, but still, it's functioning great, right? Here is the Magic Eyes. And you might be arguing right now, you might be saying, well, that one's, you know, $100, 100 and whatever dollars. This one's probably, you know, the same in titanium for sure, right? Well, this is the Magic Eyes, I think it's called. You can get this at g1.com. They sent it to me. I have a video on it. Check it out. This thing's like 30 bucks, guys. $39, something like that. It's one of my favorite spinners of all time. It has wonderful feel. It's very, very smooth. The size is perfect. I mean, the maneuverability is amazing. Like, look at that. You know, a lot of times when I'm using spinners, I'm not paying attention perfectly. Like, I'm not just standing there staring at the spinner, right? I'm in between something, typing at my desk or whatever, right? And sometimes I want to just rip it and then kind of just set it to the side while I'm reading something or, you know, moving my mouse around. And I want to be able to just have it have a smooth, controlled feel. And then occasionally I'll grab it and then, you know, I'll accidentally ding it against something and then I'll set it down or whatever, right? Well, with this, it's just hard to do that. It's hard to want to one-hand it. I can't really. You know, I go to let it go and just do a finger rest like that. And a lot of times it just wants to jump out of my hand. It's just not that smooth, I guess. And you can see the wobble there. So I think a lot of it has to do with the wobble. And it could have to do with all the weight relief. It could actually be making it more wobbly because the air is going in different directions. I don't know. But this one's just not for me. I don't think it's that smooth of a spinner, if I'm being honest. So that's the spinner and the two sliders from g1.com. These you can't get on g1.com, but if you want some recommendations from their store, definitely this Magic Eyes is one of my favorite. I have some other stuff here. I can't remember if this came from there, but I think they have one just like it. And this is just a simple Pay or Ultim mechanical slider, and it's excellent. Pretty sure they have one just like it, if not this one. There's also a more expensive, like YEDC pig version or whatever. But this is just excellent. Different style than these because it's not magnetic. But I actually prefer this over either of these. Just excellent feel. You have, again, this is a Y EDC, I think, or AC EDC, sorry. And this is a mechanical coin, or mechanical milk coin, something like that, milk lid. And it just, again, is very excellent. Has really good acoustics, really good feel. I really like a strong snap from a magnet, but I've gotten to really appreciate these mechanical clicks when done right. When it using a material like this, when it's steel or something, even titanium, it doesn't translate as well for me. These really lightweight materials seem to do a really good job with really any clicking kind of functionality. So that's excellent. And then this is the OG. I think this is the first spinner they ever sent me from G1. This is the Tri Mushroom. I've been meaning to order the mushroom bar. They have a bar version of it. And this thing is just so good. It's a go-to for me for probably over a year now. It's just excellent. Very smooth, as you can see. You know, I can do those transitions. I'm not concerned about it jumping off my finger. I can, you know, move it around. I can do whatever, right? And again, with this one, I just can't do that stuff. As soon as I let go of it or try to turn, it just starts jumping. So anyway, these are all recommendable, all on G1.com. And I do like this one a lot. I think this one has its place for people. This one I don't recommend as much. Here's the packaging for the clown orange one. And then we have the packaging for, I believe this is for the spinner. So they all have nice packaging. And then we have this one. Maybe this was the spinner. I'm not positive. I apologize. But they all come in a nice case or box or whatever. Now, if I tell you what they are real quick, because my contact there gave me the names of them. So, Brick Slider, the Breeze Spinner, and this is the Jingle Slider. So I could see that because it has the fork and everything. They call it the Jingle Slider. That's great. So again, Brick Slider, if you want to search these on G1.com, there's a link down below. I think it might even be G1.com/Lefty10, but I'm not sure. Use that code though. You can search Brick Slider, Breeze Spinner, and Jingle Slider. And again, I recommend this one if you don't mind 3 clicks and maybe a slightly softer magnetic, click. Recommend this one if you love a 2-click and you're not going to take it anywhere, or you're used to this kind of slider, and maybe like Mario, don't really recommend this one unless you heard everything I said and didn't care anyway. Then, it's nice looking and everything. So there you go. Big shout out to G1.com. I really appreciate them. They've been a great supporter of the channel. And yeah, check out the link down below. Let me know if you have any questions. I love you. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day, and I will catch you later.